How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the second half of the holiday sale that runs through January 21st. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my daily coverage of every sale that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 25k by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping from me, let's get into the video. For $9.89, The Stone of Madness is a real-time tactical stealth game set in an 18th century Spanish monastery that doubles as a madhouse and inquisitorial prison, where 5 prisoners plot a desperate escape. You'll alternate between Agnes, Leonora, Eduardo, Emilia, and Alfredo, combining unique abilities to sneak past guards, distract enemies, cast spells, explore hidden areas, and survive a dynamic day-night cycle where paranormal threats emerge after dark. The game's madness system forces you to manage phobias and sanity, as trauma can radically alter how a character plays, all wrapped in a hand-painted art style inspired by Francisco de Goya. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $6.99, Salt and Sacrifice is an action RPG where you play as a marked inquisitor tasked with hunting down powerful chaotic mages in a dark, sprawling kingdom teetering on the edge of ruin and constant supernatural threat at every turn. You'll explore labyrinthine environments, craft weapons and armor from defeated foes, and master a variety of weapons and runic arts while uncovering hidden secrets, traps, and formidable guardians lurking throughout the world. The game supports full online co-op, drop-in quick play, and PvP encounters, letting you team up with friends or challenge other players as you navigate a dangerous, choice-driven world steeped in elemental chaos and brutal combat. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Knack 2 is a family-friendly action platformer where a small relic-powered hero can grow massive or shrink tiny to save the world from revived ancient weapons and colossal titans threatening humanity. You'll smash through vibrant, dynamic environments using over 20 abilities like boomerangs, body slams, whip rushes, and multi-bombs, solve light environmental puzzles, pilot tanks and robots, and collect relics to power up while shifting sizes to cleverly overcome enemies, obstacles, and hidden secrets. Seamless drop-in co-op lets kids and adults play together, offering accessible combat with optional depth for more experienced players across colorful, well-paced stages and varied challenge levels. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Endless Dungeon Definitive Edition is a roguelike, tactical action, and tower defense experience set in the award-winning Endless Universe. Players assemble a reckless squad of shipwrecked heroes, each with unique abilities, and defend their fragile crystal against endless waves of monsters in procedurally generated space stations, using turrets, flamethrowers, poison snipers, and a wide arsenal of weapons to survive and reach the core. Solo or in 3-player co-op, you'll explore deadly environments, uncover secrets, gather loot, upgrade heroes and gear in the Saloon Hub, and experience a darkly humorous, action-packed, endlessly replayable adventure. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $5.99, Yooka and the Impossible Lair is a vibrant platform hybrid, where Yooka and Laylee must run, jump, and roll through challenging 2D levels, solve overworld puzzles, and rally the Royal Battalion to take down Capital B's Impossible Lair, uncovering hidden secrets and bonus challenges along the way. Each level features rich, detailed 2.5D visuals, a host of colorful characters, and alternate level states that change the landscape when switches are flipped, offering new challenges, secret paths, and surprises to uncover. Explore the overworld to unlock more levels, rescue bees, collect items, and tackle the Impossible Lair with strategy, skill, and a little help from your buzzing allies. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $6.29, Star Ocean First Departure R is a classic JRPG where you join Roddick and his friends as they set out from the peaceful town of Kratos to save a neighboring village struck by a mysterious petrifying disease that threatens the entire region and its inhabitants. You'll explore vibrant planets, engage in real-time battles, recruit allies like Millie, Dorn, Ronix, and Ilya, and uncover a sprawling sci-fi story filled with unexpected twists, ancient powers, and interstellar intrigue, all while managing party growth, equipment, and strategic combat. With remastered visuals, refined combat, and expanded story elements, it invites players on a sweeping sci-fi journey full of surprises. It's a 76 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Haven is an intimate RPG adventure where two lovers, U and K, escape to a forgotten planet to be together, leaving everything behind. Glide through a mysterious, fragmented world, exploring hidden areas, gathering resources, and repairing your ship while sharing everyday moments, from cooking meals to crafting a cozy home, all while fighting enemies and surviving by synchronizing actions in real time, relying on tactical timing, rhythm, and cooperation to protect each other and their precious relationship. Enjoy a romantic, emotional journey across a beautifully eerie and unstable planet, enhanced by the atmospheric, thrilling soundtrack from renowned musician Danger. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Trine Ultimate Collection brings together the first 4 games in the series for a magical, physics-based 2.5D adventure experience. Join Amadeus the Wizard, Pontius the Knight, and Zoya the Thief as they're bound to the mysterious artifact Trine, using their unique skills to battle undead foes, traverse treacherous landscapes, and solve clever puzzles across perilous quests that span the first 3 games. Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince, continues the saga with Prince Celius's dark dreams spilling into reality, forcing the heroes to restore balance, combining all previous adventures into the most complete, visually striking, and enchanting entry in the series. It's a 79 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to finish all 4 games. For $8.99, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is an open-world action-adventure set in Industrial Revolution-era London, where twin assassins Jacob and Evie Fry fight to free the city from corruption, oppression, and ruthless industrial barons. You'll lead a growing underworld empire, recruiting allies, toppling rival gangs, and using stealth, brutal melee combat, and dynamic parkour to liberate each district from Templar control, uncover hidden secrets, and reclaim the city's streets. From scaling Big Ben to hijacking carriages, battling across moving trains, and exploring the River Thames, it captures Victorian London's grit, energy, and grandeur with incredible atmosphere and historical detail. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $7.47, Conscript is a grim pixel art survival horror set in 1916 during the Battle of Verdun, where you play as a French soldier searching for his missing brother amidst the chaos of one of history's bloodiest conflicts. You'll navigate twisted trenches, crumbling forts, and deadly stretches of no man's land, scavenging scarce World War I weapons and fending off relentless enemy soldiers while enduring the horrors of brutal war. Intricate level design, complex puzzles, strict resource management, and tense encounters ensure every decision carries weight, while multiple endings, unlockable weapons and costumes, and oppressive sound design create a highly replayable, immersive experience. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD is a fast-paced action RPG where you control Class 0, 14 elite students from a prestigious military academy, as they fight to defend their homeland from a brutal, relentless invading empire bent on total conquest. Switch between characters in real-time combat, harness unique abilities and devastating magic, and experience a dark, war-torn world full of strategy, sacrifice, political intrigue, and high-stakes battles that test your skills, tactics, and critical decision-making. With its engaging story, cinematic presentation, and deep combat system, this Western debut delivers an intense, immersive, and unforgettable role-playing experience. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.09, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is an action RPG where you explore the vast open world of Grancis in 1080p HD, taking on fearsome monsters with deep, dynamic combat and fully customizable abilities for every playstyle. You'll choose from 9 unique classes, command 3 AI companions called pawns, and use climbing, grappling, and magical skills to engage gigantic creatures up close while exploring diverse environments filled with secrets, quests, and challenging encounters. With its fluid combat system, rich character progression, epic monster battles, and all previously released DLC included, it delivers a thrilling, expansive, and highly replayable fantasy adventure. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Borderlands Legendary Collection delivers 3 full games, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, packed with over 100 hours of loot-filled, chaotic, cooperative action across Pandora and its moon, Helios. Battle bandits, beasts, and powerful bosses using an enormous arsenal of guns, grenades, and abilities, while customizing your Vault Hunter and teaming up with friends locally or online to tackle missions, story quests, and epic boss encounters. With each game offering unique worlds, memorable characters, and tons of bonus DLC content, the collection ensures non-stop mayhem, humor, and strategy in every explosive firefight. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 160 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $8.49, Midnight Murder Club is a chaotic, hilarious horror party game where every match delivers screaming, surprises, and stumbling through pitch-black corridors filled with hidden dangers and unexpected frights. Conceal your identity behind a mask and navigate traps, toys, and total chaos, relying on proximity chat to turn whispers into jump scares and tension into comedy. Play with up to 5 friends using the guest pass, stack the deck with wild cards that shake up every match, survive supernatural threats in PvE graveyard shift mode, and strategically use weapons, traps, gadgets, environmental hazards, and cunning tactics to outsmart foes in the dark. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $8.99, Back 4 Blood Deluxe Edition is a cooperative first-person shooter where you and up to 3 friends fight to reclaim humanity from the deadly Ridden. Play through a 4-player campaign with 8 customizable cleaners, a variety of weapons, and dynamically evolving missions that include mutated bosses, or dive into competitive multiplayer switching between cleaners and Ridden. The roguelike card system ensures each run feels fresh, while the Deluxe Edition adds all 3 expansions, Tunnels of Terror, Children of the Worm, and River of Blood, with new campaigns, cleaners, weapons, skins, and enemies for endless replayability. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $5.84, The Darkside Detective is a charming, comedic point-and-click adventure where you play as Detective Francis McQueen, investigating paranormal cases that plague the strange streets of Twin Lakes City. Across 9 bite-sized cases, you'll click through eerie locations, interrogate oddball citizens, and solve supernatural mysteries alongside Officer Dooley, blending classic adventure puzzles with sharp writing, pixel art visuals, and a constant stream of dry humor that consistently lands. With its light puzzle difficulty, memorable jokes, quirky characters, and a catchy soundtrack by Ben Prunty, it delivers a fun, breezy detective experience that never overstays its welcome. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Ride 5 is a hardcore motorcycle racing simulator that delivers an intense, authentic experience built to make every corner, straightaway, and braking zone feel brutally real. Race across more than 35 tracks on over 200 meticulously recreated motorcycles from world-famous manufacturers, mastering advanced physics, dynamic weather, and deep bike handling systems that demand precision and constant adaptation across career, endurance, and custom race modes. With endurance racing emphasizing strategy and pit management, extensive customization, riding aids for all skill levels, split screen, crossplay, and replayability through Race Creator, it's a dream game for serious motorsport fans. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 270 hours to platinum. For $9.59, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a fast, flashy 3v3 fighting game that perfectly captures the explosive battles and iconic characters of the Dragon Ball universe with incredible authenticity and non-stop visual flair. Developed by Arc System Works, it blends stunning anime-style visuals with easy-to-learn but hard-to-master mechanics, letting you build dream teams, pull off high-speed tag combos, experiment with assists, and battle across competitive ranked play, casual lobbies, and party matches. An exclusive story mode introduces Android 21 in a brand new narrative supervised by Akira Toriyama, adding fan service, twists, and memorable character moments alongside the intense competitive play. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $7.12, Neon Abyss Deluxe Edition is a frantic, neon-soaked run-and-gun roguelike where you dive into the Abyss as a member of Hades' grim squad to take down the new gods in chaotic style with explosive weapons and surreal environments. Each run blends fast-paced shooting with deep item synergies, evolving rooms, random upgrades, hatchable pets, and wild power-ups that dramatically change how your build plays, encouraging constant experimentation and long-term replayability. The Deluxe Edition adds the Lovable Rogues Pack, Alter Ego DLC, and Chrono Trap DLC, introducing new playable characters, alternate forms, and an endless mode that relentlessly pushes your skills to the limit. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Prison City is an over-the-top, side-scrolling action shooter where you take control of ex-cop Hal Bruiser to battle through a crime-ridden, dystopian Detroit, armed with chakrams, grenades, and other explosive weaponry. Fight across multiple zones, from sewers to factories to nature preserves, each packed with environmental hazards, challenging enemies, and massive bosses while uncovering hidden upgrades that boost your combat potential. Packed with 80s and 90s action movie and game references, a retro soundtrack by Radland Studios, and a boss rush mode for ultimate high-score bragging rights, every stage delivers chaotic, adrenaline-fueled excitement. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to 100% as it's such a small sample size. For $9.99, the Bayonetta and Vanquish 10th Anniversary Bundle celebrates a decade of Platinum Games' most iconic action titles, delivering fully remastered versions of both cult classics in one epic, high-octane, adrenaline-fueled package. Step into the heels of Bayonetta, unleashing an arsenal of stylish attacks, combos, and guns to hack, slash, and obliterate hordes of celestial enemies with flair, precision, and cinematic intensity. Then, suit up as DARPA agent Sam Gideon in Vanquish, wielding the experimental blade system to scan, copy, and master futuristic weaponry, while infiltrating the conquered space colony Providence and battling relentless high-tech foes. It's an 82 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 55 hours to get both platinums. For $5.99, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate is the definitive fighting game experience, combining two critically acclaimed time-bending story campaigns with the full, complete roster of 37 characters, including newcomers Mileena, Rain, and Rambo. Test your skills in intense cinematic fights featuring jaw-dropping fatalities, brutalities, and friendships, with thousands of skins, weapons, and gear for unmatched fighter customization and endless replay value. Battle through Towers of Time, the Crypt, Classic Towers, or online modes while reliving epic clashes with all previous guest fighters like Terminator, Joker, Spawn, and RoboCop, with Combat Pack 1, Aftermath expansion, and Combat Pack 2 all included. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Gunfire Reborn is a roguelite FPS RPG hybrid, where you control unique heroes with distinct abilities as you battle through procedurally generated levels filled with randomized weapons, items, and relentless enemies. You can play solo or team up with up to 3 friends, tackling each floor with ever-changing combat rhythms, unpredictable encounters, and new challenges that make every run feel fresh, exciting, and highly strategic. With its mix of fast-paced shooting, hero progression, loot variety, and cooperative strategy, Gunfire Reborn delivers a highly replayable adventure where skill, adaptation, and teamwork are key to surviving and mastering the game's chaotic battles. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Under Defeat is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up where you pilot a helicopter capable of moving in 8 directions, using just fire and bomb buttons while mastering a unique tilt mechanic that angles your shots and adds tactical depth. With the addition of a satellite-like option unit, strategic charging, and responsive controls, every encounter balances precision, timing, and risk as you navigate waves of enemies across varied, destructible environments filled with intense action. This 2024 edition includes New Order mode in 16:9, sharper textures, 4 selectable soundtracks, including a new score from Shinji Hosoe, and preserves the original arcade mode for classic fans. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is a remastered crime action game set in 1940s to 50s Empire Bay, New York, where war hero Vito Scaletta becomes entangled with the mob to pay his father's debts and rise through the criminal ranks alongside his loyal friend Joe. Explore a sprawling post-war city teeming with opportunity, organized crime, and booming industries, engaging in high-stakes heists, street brawls, and morally complex missions that capture the allure and danger of the Golden Era Mafia. This complete edition includes all DLC, delivering the full story in stunning HD, letting you experience cinematic drama, period-accurate environments, and unforgettable characters in one immersive package. It's a 76 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5.99, The Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors brings back classic beat-em-up action with a modern twist, letting you play as one of 5 android ninjas brawling through waves of enemies in a dystopian future. Over 8 intense levels, face Tyrant Banglar and his henchmen alone, or, for the first time ever, team up with a friend in local co-op, reliving the golden era of 90s arcade action. With 2 new characters, revamped 16-bit pixel art, updated animations, the iconic Zuntata soundtrack, global online leaderboards, and additional unlockable costumes, secret stages, and hidden combo challenges, every session offers endless competitive fun and replayability. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to 100% as it's such a small sample size. For $8.99, Astroneer is a colorful open-world sandbox adventure where you explore and reshape entire planets using a powerful deform tool, crafting, building, and surviving in a vast, fully deformable, procedurally rich solar system full of surprises, hidden secrets, and unexpected challenges. Traverse 7 unique planets, dig through caves, explore mysterious cores, and snap together components to construct bases, vehicles, and creative contraptions limited only by your imagination. Play solo or join up to 3 friends in drop-in, drop-out co-op to tackle industrial projects, build massive bases, or experiment in the endlessly creative sandbox, blending exploration, survival, and cooperative fun. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Inkulinati is a hilarious ink-based strategy game where medieval marginalia come alive and a rabbit's bum can be deadlier than a dog's sword. Take turns in tactical duels, summon bizarre beasts with living ink, and use a mix of battlefield positioning, special actions, environmental hazards, and creative chaotic strategies to outwit opponents, all while unlocking units like trumpet-playing donkeys, bishop cats, and man-eating snails. Customize your tiny Inkulinati, build your ultimate army, and embark on a single-player campaign facing legendary masters, untamed creatures, and historical figures, adapting your strategy to every evolving battlefield for maximum advantage. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $5.99, the Procession to Calvary is a darkly comedic adventure game where the Holy War is over, but chaos, absurdity, and unexpected dangers remain. After defeating your oppressors and witnessing the ruin of churches and the deaths of thousands, you're tasked with tracking down the elusive tyrant, Heavenly Peter, while journeying through a richly detailed world created entirely from hundreds of Renaissance paintings, encountering bizarre characters, solving inventive puzzles, and making morally questionable choices at every turn. With point-and-click mechanics, a curated classical soundtrack, clever writing, and hilarious, irreverent humor, every step is an artful, twisted delight. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $8.39, the Nobody Saves the World and Frozen Hearth bundle delivers an expanded, shape-shifting, ability-blending action RPG experience. Transform into a horse, zombie, robot, and more as you face the vile calamity threatening the world, unlocking new forms, abilities, and devastating combinations along the way. The Frozen Hearth expansion pushes players to tackle even wilder challenges, with clever dungeon design, inventive quests, co-op gameplay that rewards creativity, strategy, and experimentation, dozens of hidden quests, bonus dungeons, rare encounters, unique events, puzzles, mini-bosses, secret treasures, and powerful boss fights to discover, master, and conquer across every corner of the world. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Darksiders Furies Collection War and Death bundles 2 epic action adventures starring the legendary Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Play as War in Darksiders War Mastered Edition, unleashing brutal combat and solving environmental puzzles across a ruined Earth, then step into the role of Death in Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition, featuring faster combat, deeper RPG systems, and massive interconnected worlds driven by a quest to redeem his brother. With visceral hack-and-slash combat, expansive dungeon exploration, and dark fantasy storytelling, this collection delivers a lengthy, content-rich experience that defines the Darksiders franchise. It's an 83 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 75 hours to get both platinums. For $7.99, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is a classic JRPG set during a time of war, following Squall Leonhardt and the elite Seed mercenaries as they oppose the tyrannical forces of Galbadia and the sorceress Edea. Join forces with Renoa and allies to navigate political conflict, shifting loyalties, and a sweeping sci-fi fantasy narrative that blends personal relationships with world-altering stakes across multiple nations and timelines. With turn-based combat, the unique junction system, and enhanced remaster options, this version adds battle assists, speed boosts, and encounter toggles to modernize progression while preserving the original's strategic depth and emotional storytelling. It's an 89 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Shadow of War Definitive Edition is an open-world action RPG where you forge a new ring of power, lead a personal orc army, and conquer fortresses across Mordor using the award-winning Nemesis system, encountering unpredictable enemies, dynamic events, unique challenges, and legendary orc captains at every turn while shaping your own destiny. You'll engage in massive battles, recruit and dominate enemy orcs, develop powerful abilities, and explore a richly detailed dynamic world filled with challenging enemies, side missions, evolving threats, and hidden secrets. Packed with all expansions and new content, it lets you forge your own epic saga across Mordor and countless strategic battles. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $9.89, The Seventh Guest VR is a spine-chilling mystery adventure that reimagines the classic 90s horror game in virtual reality. Explore Foreboding Mansion as you uncover the dark secrets of Henry Stoff, solving increasingly complex puzzles while eerie sounds, shifting shadows, and unsettling encounters build constant tension throughout the experience, keeping you on edge at every turn as new rooms and dangers slowly reveal themselves in disturbing and unexpected ways. With immersive VR environments, challenging logic puzzles, and atmospheric storytelling, it delivers a haunting journey that rewards careful observation, critical thinking, and steady nerves from beginning to end. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Stellaris is a deep grand strategy game that brings galaxy-spanning empire building to consoles. Explore procedurally generated galaxies, encounter diverse alien civilizations, and shape the fate of your empire through diplomacy, warfare, and discovery, while emergent stories unfold based on your decisions and the unique traits of each species, forging alliances, rivalries, and epic conflicts along the way. With complex resource management, strategic space warfare, and expansive empire customization, it delivers a vast, systems-driven experience that rewards long-term planning, creative problem-solving, and careful experimentation on a truly cosmic scale. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately a broken trophy making the platinum currently unobtainable. For $7.49, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition is a stylish, action-packed hack-and-slash game where players dive in a fast-paced combat, over-the-top combos, and cinematic battles in a dark, demon-infested world full of chaos and destruction. Play as multiple characters including Nero, Dante, Virgil, Trish, and Laylee, each with unique abilities and devastating attacks, while taking on hordes of enemies in intense battles in the challenging legendary Dark Knight mode. Featuring enhanced 1080p visuals at 60 FPS, new game modes, improved controls, and autosave functionality, this special edition delivers a polished, thrilling, and unforgettable action-packed experience for both longtime fans and newcomers. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Burnhouse Lane is a darkly humorous horror adventure game where players follow Angie Weather, a one-foot-in-the-grave agency nurse, as she attempts 5 impossible tasks to reclaim her life. Navigate a twisted story about death, friendship, and hope, making choices that shape the narrative while solving classic adventure puzzles, engaging in light platforming, and surviving tense combat where every shot counts and every decision can have lasting consequences. With branching dialogues, sparse ammo survival mechanics, and an eerie original soundtrack, it delivers a unique blend of emotional storytelling, creepy atmosphere, and gameplay that both challenges and entertains. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $7.99, Mutazione is a mutant soap opera where small-town gossip meets the supernatural, blending personal drama with a high-stakes adventure full of mystery, intrigue, and unexpected twists. Play as 15-year-old Kai as she travels to the secretive community of Mutazione to care for her ailing grandfather, Nano, uncovering hidden secrets, simmering betrayals, and mysterious dreamlike visions of a bird-like figure that haunt her every step. With exploration-driven storytelling, engaging character interactions, in a rich, atmospheric world, it delivers a heartfelt, unusual adventure where relationships and community life are just as compelling as the unfolding mysteries. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $7.99, DC's Justice League Cosmic Chaos is an action-packed superhero adventure where players unite to stop the mischievous Mr. Mxyzptlk from wreaking havoc on Happy Harbor. Suit up as Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, teaming with other heroes to solve puzzles, defeat villains, and complete daring challenges while exploring the iconic city, discovering secret locations, and unlocking powerful abilities, upgrades, and artifacts to enhance your team's combat potential. With 2-player couch co-op, heroic side missions, and customizable outfits and artifacts, it delivers a fun, family-friendly superhero experience full of chaotic action, epic powers, and lighthearted storytelling. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $5.99, LEGO DC Supervillains is a fun-filled open-world adventure where players become an all-new supervillain, causing chaos and mischief across the DC universe while exploring every corner of its colorful, dynamic, and interactive environments. Create your own character, team up with iconic villains like the Joker and Harley Quinn, and uncover the secrets behind the Justice Syndicate while completing action-packed missions, solving puzzles, and exploring a vibrant, interactive world. With creative combat, humorous storytelling, and countless customization options, it delivers a lighthearted yet engaging superhero villain experience full of laughs, epic antics, and epic LEGO chaos. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $6.99, Wizard with a Gun Bounty Edition bundles the base game with the Gunmancer Pack and Bounty Hunter Pack, delivering a magical sandbox survival experience for 1 to 4 players. Explore a fractured wilderness filled with dangerous creatures and arcane mysteries, crafting enchanted ammunition, customizing your wizard's wardrobe, and building a whimsical tower home while experimenting with unpredictable spells and cosmic powers. With randomly generated biomes, cooperative multiplayer, and systemic gameplay that rewards creativity and experimentation, it offers endless emergent challenges, humorous mishaps, and chaotic fun as you collect, craft, and unleash magical mayhem across ever-changing worlds. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.99, After the Fall Complete Edition is a VR multiplayer zombie apocalypse, where players brave a frozen post-apocalyptic Los Angeles teeming with mutated undead and relentless environmental hazards. Team up with up to 3 fellow survivors, explore mission-based campaigns, slay massive hordes, and take down towering bosses while crafting, upgrading, and wielding a variety of weapons with immersive, real-life motions. With solo play, 4-player co-op, competitive Tundra Dome matches, and all content updates included, it delivers intense action, strategic teamwork, and survival challenges across ever-expanding maps, modes, and threats in a chillingly atmospheric and dynamic world. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Fire Pro Wrestling World is the ultimate wrestling simulation where players can customize every aspect of the match, from their wrestler to the ring itself, and fight their way to championship glory. Step into NJPW's arena with real-life wrestlers and signature moves, tackle the all-new Fighting Road scenario, and test your skills across varied match types including death matches, no-holds-barred bouts, and SWA homebrew rules blending pro wrestling with MMA. With over 1,000 moves, extensive body part customization, realistic personality systems, and online multiplayer, it delivers a deep, strategic, and endlessly replayable wrestling experience full of creative freedom and competitive action. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is a thrilling action RPG where players create their own character and step into the Dragon Ball universe to protect the flow of history from dangerous, time-altering enemies and chaotic battles. Explore Content City, team up with iconic characters, and engage in epic battles against formidable foes, while customizing your fighter's appearance, abilities, and moveset for a truly unique and powerful experience. With online multiplayer, raid battles, and 7 years of DLC adding new characters, storylines, events, and fan-favorite moments, it delivers non-stop action, endless customization, and a living Dragon Ball world full of iconic locations and surprises. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Doom Eternal is a relentless, adrenaline-fueled first-person shooter that casts you as the Doomslayer, humanity's ultimate warrior, battling hellish forces across Earth and other dimensions. Move at lightning speed and wield a devastating arsenal, including a flamethrower, retractable wrist blade, upgraded guns, and powerful mods, to obliterate hordes of demons, while using the unholy trinity of combat, glory kills for health, incineration for armor, and chainsaw executions for ammo, to survive ever-escalating waves of enemies. With an intense single-player campaign, optional challenges, and the new 2v1 battle mode multiplayer, it delivers fast, fluid, and absolutely brutal demon-slaying action. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.